It's been just over 2 months since the July 4th floods devastated communities in Texas along the Guadalupe River. That killed at least 135 people. Even today, 2 people remain missing. Now, the grief obviously is far from over. And in this time of need, we've seen an outpouring of resilience, faith, and love from across the country, but especially right in the Lone Star State itself. This weekend, Jim McIngvale, the man affectionately known as Mattress Mack in Houston, is planning a giveaway to send out 500 mattresses to the victims of the flood. Now, he's the owner of Gallery Furniture and is also known around the country for helping people out during the disasters. Mattress Mack, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you being here, sir. It's great to talk to you.
Well, it's a great effort to help these people who got flooded in the biblical floods on July 4th. And sleep is so important to trauma recovery that the least we can do is donate these mattresses, not only to people whose homes were washed away, but also to the first responders who did such a yeoman's job down there during the a month or so after that terrible flood.
Didn't you give away mattresses back in August, about a month after it happened? This isn't your first time you've done it for this area.
Yeah, we did it about 3 weeks ago in August. We gave away about 400 mattresses, and that went over well. The community was very happy with them, and so we're going to do it again. You know, people don't understand how important sleep is to help people who are victims of severe trauma. And so many of these people are still sleeping in tents or they're sleeping on the floor. So the least we can do is donate these mattresses, and we're looking forward to doing a big job of that on Saturday in the Hill Country.
Yeah, you know what? It is a big job. I'm thinking logistically, how do you pull something off like this? Because you're talking 500 mattresses to be delivered on Saturday alone, right?
Yeah, we have 4 or 5 big diesel trucks there, and we're going to meet at a community center out there, and the people come up with their pickup trucks like what you're seeing on the screen, get lots of volunteers, and we load them up. So that's what's going to happen. We've done this at Houston many, many times during hurricanes and natural disasters in Houston. So doing it in the Hill Country is something that we think we have a responsibility for the well-being of the community. So we're certainly going to try to fulfill that and live up to our role of being not only a retailer, but also a retailer that helps people in need.
It's a beautiful thing. I remember Hurricane Harvey, you did the same exact thing. I was working for another network, and I remember listening to your story. I thought it was fantastic. This one right here, let's talk about the people that need the mattresses. How can they receive them? How can they sign up to get one?
All they need to do is show up at, I'm trying to look up where we're having it at. They show up on Saturday at the location. Then if they have a driver's license that indicates they lived in the affected area, they'll get as many mattresses as they need. Wow. And if they're a first responder in that area, we're going to give away mattresses to first responders as well. So we should have a big crowd, and a lot of people will be happy and be sleeping better. You know, one of the quotes I give all the time, it says, during slow wave sleep, the brain clears away excess stress hormones like cortisol. This nightly reset eases feelings of hypervigilance and anxiety common in trauma survivors. You know, the Hill Country flooding is gone, but the trauma will remain. And one of the things that really helps them relieve the trauma is a good night's sleep. So that's what we're trying to do for all these people, is help them sleep better so they can start rebuilding their life after this horrific trauma.
I mean, just well said, and you're right about that. Sleep is going to help out a heck of a lot. Mattress Mack, thank you so much. And I assume you're going to be there on Saturday, right?
We'll be there Saturday from 6 in the morning until 11 or 12, and all the mattresses given away. If you want to volunteer, call my cell number, 281-844-1963. If I don't answer, leave me a text. I'll call you right back. We need lots of volunteers. And if you're a first responder or somebody whose life was turned upside down by this biblical flooding, we want to see you there so we can give you a great new mattress. You sleep better, you feel better, and start to overcome that certainly anxiety that has overwhelmed so many people because of this horrific flooding.
Mattress Mack, you are an inspiration, man. Thank you. We found it out. It's the West Church in Ingram, Texas, Saturday, 7 to 11 a.m. Mattress Mack, thank you so much for taking the time.
Ingram, Texas, be there, and call my cell phone. You're not bothering me. Call anytime.
I love it. I would love to talk to you again sometime, sir. Yeah, it's so great to talk to you, man.
Thank you.